Shoulder tendinitis is a common cause for shoulder pain for many people and should always be taken seriously. Shoulder tendinitis is the inflammation of the tendons around the shoulder's rotator cuff and upper bicep area. Shoulder tendinitis is usually developed by sports and activities that require you to lift your hands above your head repeatedly. Common activities that often lead to shoulder tendinitis are strength training, some certain swimming strokes, tennis, cricket, and any manual jobs that require lifting of items over the shoulders. The early symptoms of shoulder tendinitis can include some light pain in the area where the upper bicep meets the shoulder, and possibly some light swelling and tenderness. At first, the pain only occurs when the shoulder tendons are tensed, as when your muscle is contracted. As the tendinitis develops, the pain will occur at any time of the day or night, even when you are sleeping. The area where the pain occurs will get larger, often encompassing the entire rotator cuff area, and in some cases the upper bicep. Movement of the shoulder will be very restricted and often painful. So how do you know if you are developing shoulder tendinitis? As mentioned above, the first sign of tendinitis developing is the pain in the shoulder when its associated muscles are being contracted. If you feel a pain in your shoulder when you are lifting heavy weights and playing sport, this is usually a sign that tendinitis is developing. The first, and most obvious, step to take is stop doing whatever activity is causing the pain in your shoulder. I recommend that you stop this activity for at least 1 week. After that week, you should attempt lifting some very light weights to see if the pain is still occurring. If the pain does not occur, then it is likely that you simply strained your shoulder muscle, or in more serious cases, damaged the tendon temporarily. In this case, you should ease back into the activity. If the pain does occur, it is likely that you have developed mild shoulder tendinitis. Now that you have identified that you have tendinitis in your shoulder, you must rest it once again. This time rest it for about 3 weeks. During this 3-week period, you should not partake in any activity that may strain your shoulder. This includes light lifting and sports. After that 3 weeks is up, it is time to start to strengthening the shoulder to prevent the tendinitis. There are several light exercises that you can do. Strengthen your shoulder muscles and tendons. Begin with eccentric, negative, load first. You can take your non-painful arm and assist as much as possible. Only lift the painful arm to about 90 degrees with palm of hand facing upward, where the arm is parallel to the floor. Then, allow the affected arm to lower down, returning to your side, or in other words, the starting position. Only assist the arm if absolutely necessary. Allow it to do as much work for itself as possible when returning to the resting position. Do this without weight at first. Perform 10 repetitions for 2 to 3 sets. This can take 3 to 5 days before you feel you are ready to progress to the next phase. As long as you are pain-free, you can now begin the sequence again, but now add weight. Start conservative. Maybe 1/2 pound to begin with, or even a can of soup. Start by holding the weight in the hand of the affected hand by your body, palm facing upward. Keeping your arm straight, raise the weight straight out in front of you until it is at shoulder height. Repeat this exercise for 20 repetitions. Repeat with your left hand. Now get the same weight, and instead of moving it out to your front, move it out to your side. Keep your arm straight with palm up and do this exercise for 20 repetitions. Repeat for your left arm. If you feel any pain during these exercises, stop and follow up with your healthcare provider. It is possible that your shoulder tendinitis may require further treatment. If these exercises do not bring back the pain in your shoulder, you are on the road to recovery. You should do these exercises every day for 1 to 2 weeks. You may increase the weight slightly if the exercises are feeling too easy for you. But remember not to overdo it. At about week 3, if you have no pain or increase of pain and the eccentric exercise is easy for you to manage, you can now begin to perform a positive active motion where you begin with your arm down by your side in the starting position. With your palm facing up, raise your straight arm toward to your head, and try to position your arm beside your same side ear. If you have excruciating pain, then stop at the point of little to no pain and gradually work within a range of motion that is comfortable. You'll be focusing on the positive as well as negative active range of motion. Gradually increase your range of motion over time. Perform 10 to 20 reps for 1 to 2 sets 1 to 2x a day. So in about 4 to 5 weeks you should be able to get back into the sport, exercise or activity that caused your shoulder pain. You should always ease back into exercise. Make sure you warm up and stretch your shoulder for about 10 minutes before and after the activity. Remember, shoulder tendinitis can be permanent, but it also can be treated relatively easily without medication. Many people get impatient and do not give the shoulder sufficient rest time or recovery time before attempting a possibly straining activity. If you do not rest and strengthen your shoulder correctly, there is a large possibility that shoulder tendinitis will develop again. If your shoulder pain does reoccur, you should seek professional advice from your healthcare professional. Wishing you healthy living. Dr. J. Herrera, DPT.